there is a figure there. It is either a human or a Bigfoot.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most believable footage of the mythical Bigfoot-slash-Sasquatch. Even if it turned out to be a hoax, we'll be looking at the best convincing evidence.
What is that?
Number 10. Provo Bigfoot. In 2012, YouTuber Beard Card was camping with friends in Provo Canyon, Utah, when they spotted some deer. So as curious folk, they wanted to get a better look at the creatures. However, then they saw something else.
Can't see it.
As they got closer, they began to wonder if what they were seeing was actually a bear. So they kept their distance. As the footage shows, obscured by branches, it does appear bear-esque. But then, the dark shape stands up sharply. Now it looks more like the legendary Bigfoot. Understandably, the campers were spooked enough to sprint away from the imposing figure.
Oh, I should be too close to it, huh? Oh, cool though. Let's go.
Number 9. Rock Lobber. The surrounding area of Provo Canyon, Utah in 2012 seemed to be a hotbed of Sasquatch activity. In fact, some Bigfoot fanatics believe the U.S. state was the home of the creature due to the numerous sightings. This time, a hiker was in the woods when they spotted an intimidating figure walking among some trees before it kneeled down.
What the?
Even hearing the filmer's frightened breathing is nerve-wracking, but it gets worse. The figure, seemingly realizing the company, stands up suddenly and throws what appears to be a rather large rock. Of course, with such a display from an unknown creature with a big build, the person runs off, and we don't blame him. Number 8. Allegheny Bigfoot. In 2007, hunter Rick Jacobs set up a trail camera against a tree in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. Yet when he examined the footage, it wasn't the typical creatures of the forest that caught his attention. Instead, there was a spooky snap of a bizarre gorilla-esque beast that wandered across the frame. The Bigfoot Research Organization, to whom Jacobs sent the image, claimed it looked like a juvenile Sasquatch. However, not everyone believes that to be the case. Representatives from the Pennsylvania Game Commission stated that the photo seems to be of a bear with some kind of skin disease like mange.
It appears to be a bear with a severe case of skin disease.
Number 7. The Pricey Study. In 2013, in Dallas, Texas, the Sasquatch Genome Project hosted a news conference where they went public with a series of clips and evidence to demonstrate that Sasquatches do indeed exist.
We've all had experiences that have changed our lives. I mean, literally shook the foundations of what we believe in.
The group had spent 5 years collecting proof and analyzing footage from another investigation known as the Erickson Project. The studied clips included footage of an apparent juvenile Bigfoot walking through a forest, while another purported to show a sleeping Sasquatch. All this in-depth research and data collection had cost the SGP a hefty $500,000.
They say they also have DNA proof of Bigfoot's existence.
Worth it to prove the existence of Bigfoot, right? Well, not everyone was convinced. Some mocked the analysis, saying it was not rooted in concrete scientific methods. And the best images the SGP could produce were dark, grainy, or otherwise inconclusive.
Their work is not done. They say they continue to collect evidence.
Number 6. Digging Skunk Ape. In 2013, a man named Josh Highcliffe was hunting in the swamps near Tunica, Mississippi. As he waited until it got darker while dressed in camouflage, he heard a noise and went to investigate, hoping it was the hogs he was after. Instead, Highcliffe spotted a black furry creature crouched near a tree, seemingly stripping it of its bark or digging at its roots, perhaps for truffles? Only when it stood up did the hunter get scared enough to take off. Highcliffe was adamant that the 7-foot beast wasn't a bear. Instead, he believed it to be a skunk ape, a creature that is sometimes another name for Bigfoot, or a similar species that lives in swamps in the southeast of the U.S. Number 5. Overhead Sasquatch. With new filming technology, we're now getting fresh footage. This time, we have a drone to thank for a clip that took the internet by storm in 2022. YouTube channel Ken's Carpentry went to find a bear and her 2 cubs in the Vermont woods before spotting something he didn't know what to make of.
What? What the world? What is that?
He sent a drone up to investigate, and shortly into the flight, instead of spotting a cute bear family, Ken captured what appears to be a bipedal beast strolling through the trees without a worry in the world. TikTok accounts and other social media users believe this to be the real deal and proof of Bigfoot.
What the world?
However, it's not. It was reported to be a joke by Ken's Carpentry, who had previously released a video of someone in a Bigfoot costume helping build a cabin. Number 4. The Trail Snap. In 2012, Craig Solk had set up a trail camera on his property in Menominee, Michigan, to help monitor quarry. However, as he examined the footage, one particular shot among the deer called for a closer look. In one frame, a bizarre primate-like figure can be spotted obscured by trees, seemingly stalking prey.
And one of those cameras happened to capture something that Craig can't explain.
Solk believed he had photographed the famous Sasquatch. He sent the image to the TV show Finding Bigfoot, which he was a fan of and who did an episode on his find. Even news programs put out segments on his discovery. Solk's image inspired a lot of viewers, who contacted him to recount their tales of interacting with the mythical beast. Unfortunately, Solk passed away from cancer in 2021, but his contribution to the Bigfoot community lives on.
This thing came by, was at the right place at the right time to get his photograph taken. Maybe that's a Bigfoot.
Number 3. The Monster of Marble Mountain. In 2001, Christian youth group leader Jim Mills took the kids on a backpacking trip in the Marble Mountains of Northern California. Bizarrely, they came across a shelter made of vegetation. Nearby branches were snapped and claw marks were spotted on trees.
We notice claw marks as we look at the trees and stuff.
But it got weirder as something on the mountain caught their attention. As the camera zooms in, a very tall figure can be seen walking down a ridge, apparently getting more and more agitated as it makes its way closer.
It's kind of looking at us.
I don't see it.
Moving now.
The trees.
Immediately, the kids and Mills believe it's Bigfoot due to its longer than average arms and unique gait. The footage didn't really gain any traction until 2011, a year after Mills sadly passed away.
We're definitely not going to shoot him.
Number 2. Family of Bigfoots. During the 80s, Paul Freeman was working for the U.S. Forest Service when he claimed he came across an 8-foot-tall Bigfoot. He even took plaster casts of its footprint, which experts apparently deemed were likely from an unknown species.
4 little tracks here.
From that day onward, Freeman vowed to get indisputable proof of the creature's existence. In the early 90s, while filming in the woods near the Blue Mountains in Washington, he found more unusual footprints to make casts from. As Freeman walked further into the brush, however, he seemingly spotted a Sasquatch in the distance, entirely unconcerned about Freeman's presence.
Oh, there he goes.
A few moments later, he erupts saying there are actually 2 of them.
There's 2 of them, I guess.
What became known as the Freeman footage, this recording was praised by many as definitive proof.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Patterson Gimlin film.
When I first saw her, she was standing upright.
In 1967, the creme de la creme of Bigfoot footage was shot along Bluff Creek, part of the Klamath River in Orleans, California. Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin, who both believed in the legend, decided to shoot a fictional film in the wilderness on horseback. The plot, of course, revolved around finding the creature. However, during the filming, they said they got real evidence of a female Bigfoot strolling by, who even turns to look at the camera as it continues its stride. This short clip captured the public's imagination. Both filmmakers were adamant that the footage was completely real and believed they had captured proof of the beast's existence. On the other hand, skeptics say it's just someone in a gorilla costume.
I say, well, think whatever you want to think. I know what I saw.
What other urban legend do you want to see alleged sightings of next? Mothman, werewolves, La Llorona, or something else? Let us know.
In many ways, Mothman has become West Virginia's favorite cryptid.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.